Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is our NXT show for the week. Let's jump right into it. It's a very packed show this week. First match of the night, Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte. Charlotte picks up the win. A very good match. I think Alexa Bliss is someone who's really starting to come into her own and will be a star in NXT and in the Divas division in the future. Charlotte wins. After the match, we see Bayley come out kind of opposite of what we seen last week. Bayley again offers to shake her hand. Charlotte walks away. I like what they're doing. They're starting to show hyping the next NXT takeover, which happens Thursday, September 11th, a week from this show. So good stuff to start off. Good way to get us ready for what's coming up. Next up, we have Ty Dillinger versus Tyler Breeze, who is going to be in the Fatal 4-Way at said event. Tyler Breeze picks up the win in what essentially is a showcase match for him. With very good match, Tyler Breeze continues to impress. Leads us into our next match, another showcase match. Basically, Tyson Kidd versus Adam Rose. They had a little bit of a feud about a month or two ago, based around the whole Tyson Kidd and Natalya thing that they were flirting with. Kidd picks up the win with the sharpshooter, which I thought was pretty cool. Again, just another showing the guys in the Fatal 4-Way going strong, and basically the go-home show for I guess you could call it a special, not a pay-per-view, because it's on the network, it's not a pay-per-view. Next up, the third of our four participants, Sami Zayn versus Marcus Louis. Sami Zayn picks up a win with the awesome Koji clutch at the end. Again, more highlighting of the Fatal 4-Way. This is how you use an hour time to properly hype a special. Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown should pay attention to this show and see how you get people excited to watch your special events, because this one really did it. After the match, we see Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy come out, and basically there was a vignette earlier where they mixed some substance that removes hair. They were trying to get it on the Sylvester Lefort. Again, hyping the hair versus hair match, Lefort versus Enzo, on next week's show. And finally, the last of the four Fatal 4-Way competitors, the world champion Adrian Neville, in a very hard-fought match against C.J. Parker. Kind of showed you that C.J. Parker is someone that's going to be a contender in the future. However, Neville looking strong going into the special event next week. Just an awesome promo, awesome way to build it up. And finally, last but not least, our main event of the night, the finals in the tag team tournament to determine a number one contender, Sin Cara and Kalisto versus the Vaudevillains. Sin Cara and Kalisto pick up the win. A little bit surprised with that. I would figure the Vaudevillains would win, but not disappointed, because it's going to set up an interesting style clash with Sin Cara and Kalisto versus the Ascension. Yet again, the Ascension come out to the ramp at the end of the show, hyping the show yet again. So during the night, we had the Divas title match hyped, the hair versus hair match was hyped, the tag title match hyped, the Fatal 4-Way for the world title hyped, and even in a promo, they hyped the debut of Kenta. Now, I know that Ric Flair is going to introduce him. I don't know if they mean by debut that that's it, that it's just going to be him talking, or if he's actually going to have a match. From the little promo video they showed during the show, it looked like he was training for a match, had his gear on and everything. I like the fact that they're calling him Kenta, so maybe he's getting to stick with his name. I hope it's a match. I really do, because selfishly, I'm going to be there live, and I'd love to see Kenta wrestle live. And again, even still selfishly, the quicker we could get Kenta on TV, the quicker we'll see how amazing of a talent is. Hopefully, in the dark matches, we'll get to see Kevin Steen and Prince Devitt as well. Now, coming off of that, we're going to jump right into our top 5 prospects of the week. Now, let me preface this by saying anybody that's on the main roster or has been on the main roster and came back does not count for this. That means guys like Tyson Kidd, Adam Rose can't get on this list. Or Sin Cara. Number 5, our number 1 contender for the NXT Divas Championship, Bayley. She continues to impress. She continues to evolve her character. And I really do think that she is going to win the championship, because I just have that feeling. And I'm a big fan of hers. I think she's awesome. Our number 4, Charlotte. Charlotte's been an amazing Divas champion, an amazing talent, an amazing wrestler. One of the top 3 or 4 divas they have on the entire WWE roster. I am expecting her to lose, for the simple fact that I'm expecting her to be on the WWE roster before the end of this year. So this would be a perfect opportunity for her to somewhat do the honors going out. Let Bayley get the title, her go to the main roster, become the huge star that she's meant to be. Number 3, Tyler Breeze. What can I say about Tyler that I haven't said already? The kid's amazing. He's totally in tune to what his character is and what his character should be. And it's just great to see when a wrestler clicks. Gimmick, ring style, look, song, everything fits perfectly. I think Tyler's got the makings of a major star. Number 2, The Ascension. I have a feeling that they're going to lose their titles too, much like I said with Charlotte. I really expect them to be on the main roster by the end of the year, especially since we're starting to see a little bit of the thinning out of the tag division on the main roster. The Wyatt families are becoming marginalized. Ryback has an injury. There's only so many times you can see Goldust and Stardust versus the Usos. So I imagine that they'll be brought up very soon. In my number 1, Sami Zayn. I'm hesitant to say Sami Zayn wins the Fatal 4-Way. I hope, and this is going to sound weird, I hope he doesn't, to be honest with you. Because if he doesn't, that means there's a good chance that he's going to move on to the next level very soon. I do think that Adrian Neville will drop the title. I'm expecting him to drop it to Tyson Kidd, possibly Tyler Breeze. They may want Tyler Breeze to get a little more seasoning. I expect Zayn and Neville to be on the roster, and I know I keep saying this over and over again, but it's about time for some of these guys to move up. Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, they're not going to get better. I mean, they will get better, but they're not going to get better in NXT. They need to step up the level of the competition and go to a place where their talents can truly flourish. Sami Zayn is going to be a megastar. There's no indifferent buts about it. He is going to be one of the biggest stars in wrestling. Adrian Neville is probably the best high flyer in professional wrestling right now. And if he isn't, he's in the top 3. Maybe Ricochet's better. Maybe Matt Sydal, a.k.a. Evan Bourne. Maybe. But Adrian Neville is the cream of the crop. The only thing that's going to hurt him from being a top major superstar on the likes of a John Cena or a Chris Jericho, Bray Wyatt, is his promo skills. Unfortunately, the English accent that he has is very thick, so I think it's going to hamper him. But Sami Zayn, I think he's a superstar waiting to happen and a future World Heavyweight Champion. But basically, that's all I have to say about that. My name is George Coles, and this has been another episode of Heel Heat.